Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Welcome to another stream, ladies and gentlemen. Big up to every single one of you guys. This is episode 117 of the A-listers, ladies and gentlemen. We are here. We moved it from yesterday so you guys can do the whole Monday night football thing. You get me, can enjoy other things in life. And now we're back here to enjoy Husam's cooking and Dayo's cooking, because that's the two people that deserve to get cooked today. So, yay. Actually, as a matter of fact, let me fix something real quick. Let me just, here you go. Put myself in the basement. I deserve to be in the basement today's episode. But anyway, big up to all of you guys, man. Thank you guys so much for supporting us. I appreciate you guys helping me get to 69K. We are 1,000 subscribers away from...
Hey!
Let's go, man. Love that for real now. Congrats, yo. You know what I'm saying? 69K is no slight feat, man. Yo, love that for you, Husam, for real.
Appreciate it. Big up to all of you guys, man. Appreciate you and love you so much.
This J guy, man. This guy.
Is it because it's 69K?
Yeah, he said it's 69, hell of a number. That's what he said.
Wow, Jay.
Someone said it.
Yep, I knew someone was gonna do it.
69 guys.
What?
Yeah.
Go on, Vader. Go on, Vader.
Allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is
Vader Games.
People, how you been? Cookins, plural. Oh, it's gonna be nice. Listen,
Reload!
Run it back like the ladies like.
Allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is
Vader Games.
Let's go. Thanks for having me on.
There's no one like Vader in the planet. This guy is special. He's actually hilarious. He's very good at cooking, and he's the biggest gaslighter on YouTube. That's the three things that align with Vader. Anyway, all the links are in the description. Sarcasm TV in the description. Go get flawless subscription. Vader Games TV is in the description. Go give him a subscription. Carefree Lewis G, subscribe to his channel for more crazy ass Chelsea streams that I'm always in the comment section of. You know, the Gunner Edge is in the description, and Jay doesn't have a channel yet. When he does, we're gonna promote it for him. So yeah, big up, man. Yeah, one day, big up, Jay. So the three losers are in the basement. The three winners are on the top row, as you guys can see. But there's only one place to start.
Oh yeah, you got a draw, didn't you, Jay?
Yes, I mean
It's Burnley, right?
But we
Spurs
like
are
to
literally
be
in a relegation battle.
we like to be as accurate as possible in theory.
Okay, the three winners are on the top row, and the two losers and a half are on the bottom. So yeah. Is that Randy Viper in my comment section?
Oh, Randy's here as well, man. Just big up Randy Viper.
I haven't seen you in my comment section in like fucking a year.
Big up Randy Viper, man.
Big up Randy, man.
World champion Lewis flies on silver dreams, steering courage and grace. 7 crowns gleam as history bends to his fearless, tireless pace. Onward is what that
Damn right, man. Kiss the ring, acknowledge your king, up the gargantuan blues. Big up Randy Viper.
Now you got kind of, what's the rest of it? Yo, kiss the ring, acknowledge the king, day, whatever.
Day 198 as your world champions, bro. Make sure you hit the likes for the Blues, 3-point collectors, 3 goal collectors. And we're gonna whoop Napoli's ass. Fuck Lukaku. Big up Conte, though.
Was the rest of the speech, man? You're inevitable, you know, unbreakable.
Oh, the gargantuan, superior, incredible, inevitable Blues. Thank you, bro. I had like 2
Why is Flawless teaching you your own speech, man? Come on.
I've had a couple hours to relax, smoke a few joints. I'm chill, man.
Yeah, he's chill. Sorry, I just like to hear the full statement, man. I'm sorry, man. You can't sell it short.
Anyway, speaking of Flawless, there is only one place to start, and we're actually going to start with Flawless. Man United
bruv.
Went to the
Whoa.
Went to the Emirates and wiped the floor with Arsenal. Talk to me, Flawless brother.
Yeah. super. Just when you think that it can't get any better from the ass whooping we left on Manchester City, we went to the Emirates and picked up 3 points, which is fantastic. I know it's been a week since we did that show as well, so to go there after that game, put in a very good performance, get a deserved victory as well, over the moon, gassed, and it's all because that footballing terrorist that is called Ruben Amorim has left my football club. That's where this stems from. Carrick has come in and done the basics, absolutely simplified things. Give the players simple instructions on the ball. Give the players simple instructions off the ball. Husam, are you still there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, yeah, nah, because what to say, because just a few weeks ago, I had this joke man there in the bottom right-hand corner tell me about I was being negative people.
Tell him.
That's all I was asking for.
I am never going to live in that town.
You never live in that town. Vega, you can't be talking because over the summer, you know what I'm saying?
He loves a terrorist, Donny.
Yeah. Vega, this joke man
Pochettino
here,
and now Amorim.
yeah, you don't screw up your face. This joke man here in the top left was trying to tell me all summer long and some of this season talking about it needs time. You got.
I appreciate Flawless being fair and not just saying it was me because Vader was even worse than me.
No, it wasn't worse than you.
Yeah,
What-
whoever you man can argue whoever's worse.
No. See, you could have had the spotlight and done it properly. Instead, you had to shoot my way. For the last time, everybody in the chat, please don't let this Flawless get away with this. For the last time, I was with him hammering out. I was with him hammering out. My whole thing was, which you keep saying, my boy Amarin, and it's fraudulent. It's wrong.
Nah, I didn't say my boy. He's not your boy. I didn't say your boy.
He's not my boy. He's never been my boy. What I emphasized was this manager wanted to come in not mid-season. All I said was he wanted to come to United not mid-season. He came in mid-season, had a horrible season. I said, listen, give him what he wants. Give him the summer, and let's see. The very first league match that he played this season, I was with you, hammering out.
Was it the first? Was it the first?
Yes,
Sure.
yes.
Yeah, that's far too late anyway.
Oh, that was far too late.
But yeah, it was far too late anyway. Because you know what? I hold you in higher regards in regards to your football.
No.
I know you've seen the same thing I've seen. But anyways, back to the actual game at hand. So yeah, man, calling freaking Husam telling me about being negative a few weeks ago. You got Dayo saying give him time and all this patience. And this is it. Carrick, let's be real, people. Let's be honest about this. Carrick's a novice. In regards to Premier League management, he's not even managed 10 games yet. And all he's come in and done is simplified the game, like I was saying. Simple instructions off the ball, simple instructions on the ball, and you see the difference. This is still, you lot know Vader well enough, so, but big up to Vader every single time. Well, I was like, yeah, and all Carrick's done is simplify. And these are the same players, by the way. These are the same players that are horrible. These are the same players that are no good. These are the same players that some people said, oh yeah, you're no better than 15th. You're no better than top 10. Or Manchester United can't compete for top 6. Manchester United can't be in the top 4, etc., etc. Our midfield, that needs a massive overhaul. Our midfield, that's absolutely horrendous, according to some. I'm not saying anyone necessarily here on the panel gets ran through. I'm saying terrible, all this stuff. So how come we've just played, arguably, general consensus, the 2 best midfields in the league and competed? Because that was the conversation. It was Rice, Zubimendi, Odegaard was going to run through our midfield and dominate. Same with the City lot, with Rodri, with Reinders, with Foden, whoever else you're putting in there. And not only did they compete, they was also the better trios on those two in those two games as well. Everyone
to be fair, before Amarin left, you were playing well against the Big Six.
No, that's a myth. But there's a whole different conversation.
Lewis, what happened with you in United?
Did you watch the game?
All I said was, while with Amarin, you did have good results against the Big Six.
Good results, yes, but performances matter as well. We're seeing with Carrick. Because Carrick has come in and not only got 2 great results against general consensus number 1 and number 2 in the league, the performances are good and it's deserved victories as well. When we played Chelsea, we was horrible. That's one of the worst, actually. It was the worst performance I'd seen against 10 men until we played Everton. And then we topped ourselves with that one. Like, what we talking about? Go watch the United Chelsea game. Horrible.
I just meant results.
Results. But me and you could go there and manage them and get results.
We did also go down to 10 men.
No. If I manage United, you guys are losing.
Me and you could do that, Vader. Me and you could go to Manchester United and win 1 game per month.
No. I go to, if I went to United managing, you ain't winning a game. I'm telling you that.
Yeah, you would on accident. See, so you do better even trying to derail it.
I see what
you would do the same.
Okay,
You're trying to actively derail it, and they would. But yeah, back to the game. Everyone to a T in the Arsenal game was quality. I said beforehand, obviously we didn't talk on here, but I was saying that my biggest concern with the Arsenal game was the set pieces. And I thought we defended them fairly well. They did end up scoring for one, because they're very good from that. But again, off the ball, quality, 2 banging goals, obviously. Dogu, quality goal. Shame that he's injured as well. Cunha, who had received a lot to me of unfair criticism. I was critical of him. And yes, you need to perform better. But when people were talking about, oh, he should be sold, he's not good enough, he can only do this at Wolves, you've seen his quality there. You've seen it in the City game, and that's outside of scoring against Arsenal. That's outside of the assist as well. Bruno's someone I'm critical of. Carrick has helped with that in regards to off the ball. As much as he's been better on the ball, I can't remember the last time we scored a goal from a cohesive press. Yes, the Saliba pass to Zubimendi should have been better. Yes, Zubimendi's pass back to the goalkeeper should have been better, but it's still from a cohesive press that has happened from. And then Bremo, that's a composed finish. Because I've had Garnacho and Højlund in my team. I've seen them miss them chances countless times. If that's one of those two, that's 100% a miss. Højlund probably puts it wide and Garnacho runs it into Raya as well. And I mentioned the goal you're seeing it. When's the last time you see United play rondos? But again, this is the same team, and that's not just for the goals. That's outside of that as well. And it's real.
Rondos at the Emirates. That's crazy, man.
Yeah, like it's real simple tactics that he's done it with as well. Like I say, we close in the space when we don't have the ball, and then we're hitting on the counter with the ball as well. But I don't know what's Liverpool about.
If I may, before we get the agendas from Dayo and his papering over the cracks, the fact that you did this versus City, and now you've done this versus Arsenal, is incredibly impressive. I can't say anything less than that with regards to how not only getting the win, but how you played, how you had the plan. Now, the questions were, hey, maybe it was a fluke. You did it versus City. We don't really have the defense. You're at home. You know, it could have been talked up like you played up for the occasion. You now took that show on the road. You took that show on the road to a team that was undefeated at home. You took that show on the road to a team that has the best defense. You took that show on the road to a team that hadn't surrendered 3 goals for like how many games now? I can't
remember the last time they conceded 3 goals at home. I genuinely can't remember.
2023 against Brighton.
3 years ago.
No. Oh, at home. Okay, it was at home, yeah? It was at them.
At home. 3 years ago was the last time they surrendered 3 goals like this. Now, I'm very curious to hear what the expected title winners or title winner in terms of Dayo thinks of this game, thinks of his team's performance. But the hype that United fans have, I think it's warranted. I'm going to leave it at that. I think the hype is warranted because you did do this against 2 teams that are supposed to be competing for the title.
And I've still got my feet on the ground. I'm not getting carried away. People are talking about, oh, what can Manchester United do? Is it top 5? Is it top 4? Is it top 3? It's like, no, I'm just taking it a game at a time. And this is what I've been asking for the longest. Flawless. I can't do what? I can't do what?
Wait. You're trying to say you're not even expecting top 5?
No, I'm not saying I'm not expecting of top 5. I'm saying I'm not looking that far ahead yet. I'm looking to the Fulham game. This is new with Michael Carrick. Don't do that because you got one of the GOATs and you don't have, and you be trying to downplay and stuff.
No,
like
but I've always been like that. At my height, I'm always one game at a time.
It's unknown because I have Michael Carrick. I don't know his sentences.
Okay, all right.
He's literally managed 2 games as of now. Obviously, he's managed before. He's got 2 matches. So I'm interested to see how does he do against Fulham.
Flawless, you see why now I said Vater is worse than me?
I know what Vater's like.
What did I do? What did I do wrong?
Another Carrick's been here like 2 games. Have some shame here. He's just been 2 games.
Yeah.
No, it's not about Carrick in itself. No, see, this is why Husam is worse. It's not about Carrick himself. It's about having a better manager and the belief that many United fans have. Just get someone competent in the job, and this is where we go. So that's the context that I'm giving it.
Yeah.
Okay, that's all.
I've been saying that.
We all agree with that.
But I don't like in regards to Carrick. It's like, yes, I was saying one of the 2, either him or Rude, you go and give him the job, and he's done even better than I've expected in these 2 games. So now I'm interested to see how do we do at home to Fulham? How do we do at home to Spurs? What happens when we eventually drop points? What happens? What is the reaction when we draw a game? What is the reaction when we lose a game, etc.? Like I'm looking for those things. It's only 2 games in, so yeah, it's literally a game at a time. But we have the quality to be performing better, which I've been saying. Now everyone's saying, right, Maino's like this. Yes, Maino's been a talented individual. Like this is not, them performances ain't a surprise or ain't a shock to me. And this whole thing of, oh, he's not mobile enough, he can't run. Them 2 games, most distance covered out of possession, Kobe Maino. You know why? Because he's not just running around covering all types of ground. Against you lot, it was every time Rodri gets the ball, run towards him, close him down. And then when someone else has the ball, sit next to Casemiro. Same in the game against, obviously exclude the Rodri one, in the game against Arsenal. When Arsenal have the ball, sit next to Casemiro and be defensively solid. And on the ball, you're seeing his quality. Who would have thought that Maino has quality on the ball? And this is
the performance versus Arsenal is very impressive. Very, very, very impressive.
It was good.
Everyone except Ruben Amorim.
But again, it's not, the point I'm making is it's not a shock or surprise to me that he's performed well in these games because I know his talent. And I was saying this when people were saying, oh, he needs to be gone. Backing a manager who I want 31% over him is absolutely batshit crazy.
Wait, hold on, Flawless. You're not surprised by the performance against this Arsenal?
No, I'm not surprised about Maino's. You stop it. I'm not surprised about Maino's performance. Maino's, but I ain't saying all that. That's Mo that said that. I'm not surprised about Maino's performance. Am I surprised about our performances as a team? Yes. 100%.
So you're not surprised by his performance versus this Arsenal midfield?
No, because Maino's a quality midfielder.
Dio, I wouldn't have that. I wouldn't have
that either. That's crazy. I get you're saying he's quality. I agree with you, but against Arsenal though,
he's a quality midfielder. So I back him against any midfielders.
Okay,
that's not a disrespect to City or Arsenal. I think Arsenal have trouble.
You're not saying it to this Arsenal. You're propping me.
I know they are trying to do that. It's not this.
I'm not trying to do anything. I'm asking questions.
Exactly why I didn't say a word because I understood it. Look,
you got what I was saying, Dayo, right?
Flawless and I have had this conversation.
They're always bullshitting, man.
Flawless and I have
I'm
had
asking a question. Shout out to Flawless and Sarcasm City TV.
Flawless. Even with Amorim, what did I call you guys? What did I call you at the beginning of the season? I called you my dark horse.
Beginning of season conversations.
Did I not say this to you?
Yeah, you did say this.
I said the quality of players you bought in the summer. I said I don't know about your manager issues because I don't know your club like that. But I know that the quality of players that you have bought, these players are good enough. I said that at the beginning of the season. I called you my dark horse. I said
beginning of the season, you also said Liverpool were going to finish.
I said even with a bad manager, you were still going to make top 5. Remember, I told you. I said even with Amorim, I said that. I said if you keep Amorim, I think you're making top 5. That was how, because I look at not just what
beginning of the season. You said City.
I also look at data. If you look at the top 3 teams that are taking the most shots, scoring the most goals, United is in that number. And I told you this from the very beginning. I said even with a bad Amorim, you were up there with the numbers. So for me, I was surprised at how well you guys came and played. I was, to be honest, but I wasn't shocked. I was like, you know what? Fair game. I think we were poor on one hand, but it wasn't because it wasn't because we were better than you. You were a better team on the day. You won every other ball that you needed to win. Your game plan went according to plan. We fell for the trap. We had no answers for your game plan. Your game plan was sit back a little bit, 5-10 minutes, hit them on the counter, shock them, and see what happens. Hit them on the counter, shock them, see what happens. The first time, the second time, as soon as the ball went in, again, when people say things like, I heard some Arsenal fans say, oh yeah, the Dogu goal touch. I said, I don't care anymore whether I touch his hand or not. What I care about is the fact that you let him run past you with that ball bouncing right there. Yeah. And this was you, Zubimendi. So that's on the Arsenal players. Not conceding 3 goals for the last 3 years at home.
That's impressive. That's super impressive.
And then conceding 3 goals to lose a game to a United team that is bouncing back. Not only is it
United on the Carrick at that.
Yeah, on that Carrick. Not only is it impressive what you guys did, it's disappointing how we let go of that particular record that we've set for ourselves. I think that's just a low for me. But this is what it takes to. If this is what it takes to win the league, if you're in the low, you better get back up on your high horse. Get back up, get on that horse, and start winning the next few games. Because I know people are going to start saying, you're down in the dumps. We've only lost 3 games this season. I know people have lost. Are going to say, well, that's where it starts from. But again, even if you look at City and Liverpool's history when it comes to winning the league, all the times that City won the league against Liverpool, they never did a double over them. They never did a season double.
No.
All the time.
In a true 90-plus point season, no, we haven't. You're right.
Yeah. So my point is just like,
Dayo, quickly
Manchester United. I think we're in the phase where can I finish? No, I'm ignoring you.
No, because I want to say something. I need to pop out for a second. I just want to say.
I'm ignoring you, Jay. Let me just finish.
Okay,
wow, that's rude.
duly noted for when you try and contribute when I'm speaking later.
All right, yeah.
Fair.
Yeah, but for Arsenal, I think this was a very, very poor game. I would say it again. I think that what needs to happen. I'm top of the table. Play your music. I'm 4 points ahead of you. All this noise.
No, that's the right attitude, Dayo.
I'm still ahead.
It's only 4 points, mate.
It's only 4 points. No.
Man.
Listen, I'm saying it again. I'm not bothered. This is.
You shouldn't be bothered.
I think City fans have become so used to winning the league they've forgotten.
No. Talk about the game. Don't talk about City fans. Talk about the game. Talk about the game.
I'm speaking. I'm addressing things. I think
Husam, why don't you want to regulate and have them do game analysis instead of all this other stuff?
But he is trying to. I'm just
analyze the entire game. I talked about.
Oh, you're gonna let him. You're gonna let him flow. I like that. Okay, you're gonna let it go.
Vader, you are such a criminal-minded human being. That's what you are. I literally sat here, talked about Zubimendi's goal, Dorgu's goal, talked about how poor my team was, talked about how United were better than us, how they sat us and waited for us on the counter, and how we had no answers to those counters. I spoke about the game itself first.
Are you done? Are you done speaking about the game?
And said, "Oh yeah, is he not going to talk about the game again? You're going to regulate him."
You wanted to talk about City fans.
I was just talking in general. You said, 4 points ahead is not. And I was like, even in the seasons where you.
No, I said you got the right attitude. You got 4 points ahead. That's the right attitude.
Anyway,
no need to stress.
Yeah, it's the right attitude, man. It's only 4 points.
At the end of the day, most importantly is these are the type of games at home that we need to get points from, but we didn't this time around. And I hope this doesn't come back to bite us, but I doubt it. I totally doubt it because again, if I look at the games we have going forward, I think we bounce back from this because this has not been our norm all season. We're having our bad patch now, and we've had one loss, a couple of draws. We've dropped points in those. I mean, just a few weeks ago, City were 2 points behind me, and everybody was screaming that it's almost over. And
in 2025, in 2025.
I'm coming. Just a few weeks ago. It's like 3-4 weeks ago. Yeah, City 2 points nights, 7 nights, 4 nights. It's going to keep bouncing back and forth. But this is what we need a cushion for. This is what we need a cushion for. Hell yeah, because people have forgotten how hard it is to win the league. You're not going to run this league into the ground and win every game till the end of the season. And you're going to get games like this from teams like this. I'm literally like with the way United played. The level that they took it to, kudos, and I was surprised at that. But at the beginning of the season, I did call them my dark horse. I said, this is the one team that I see making top 5, regardless of what anybody said about them.
Forget all this United.
What did you say about Gyökeres? What did you say about Gyökeres at the start of the season?
Club. Forget Man United. How do you feel about your own club?
Right now, let me the honest truth, the way I feel, I can't speak for every Arsenal fan. I'm confident. I'm comfortable. I'm good. I'm not scared. This is not a season where I feel like if this was last season, right? Or the season before, I'd be honest and be like, hey man, it's a little shaky for me. If at this stage, these players, this same group of players don't know what it takes at this stage, right? For me to be comfortable in them and say, you've done it 2 seasons back to back. At this stage, you better know how to get it over the line. If at this stage, I can't have that confidence in them, then burn the whole club and sell the players. If you've done the same thing 2 seasons back to back, and this is the third time, and
it's not the same players.
Yeah,
it's not the same players. Look at the players you acquired.
No. Listen. Again, we have core. We have the core of those players still in the team. Saliba is still there. Raya was there from last season. Gabriel was there from last season. Saka was there from last season. Who did we change? Zubimendi.
But those aren't the players that weren't good enough to deliver for you. You had the missing pieces that you went out and got. Those are the players.
It's not about. That's what I'm saying. You can get.
Yeah, you got Matt Shaky.
Listen, you can get missing pieces, but then the players that have been there before also have to up their game. So I'm saying I'm also putting more responsibility on you. If you've been there before, you've almost crossed the line. You know what it takes. They brought you missing pieces. Step up your game too, so that you can. So the missing pieces will work. You're not going to keep your game on the same level and expect to get over the line. That's not how it works. I expect more from those players because they've been there. I expect more from them because they now know how painful it is to lose the league by 2 points. I expect more from them. That's all I'm saying. And those core players are still there.
Hey, is this open mic night? Can anyone jump on the mic?
Yeah, run it, Jay.
Well, Vader got a lot to say.
Listen, I got because the thing about a defeat like this is one, love that it was United because their fan base, is the worst kind of team to take a defeat like this to.
I agree.
They will die. I saw a thing on YouTube.
They're gonna eat.
I saw Arsenal get beaten black and blue. 8-minute highlight package of United beating Arsenal in black and blue kits at Arsenal's home stadium. It was 8 minutes. I watched all of it. I like to retweet. I was like, oh my god,
we're gonna be eating for a while with this one.
Oh my god! And the thing about a defeat like this is, it was a culmination of like almost everything we've said to Dayo in the weeks leading up to it, and it just manifested itself in this one game. And that's the best thing about it, because if it had been like if you look at the way Arsenal played this game, right? After 25 miness, United had them. They had them.
Yep.
United were the better team. They won clean.
You hear that, Dayo?
No hijinks, no unfairness. You know, for everything we'll always say to Arsenal, you know, how many games they've gone without losing to the top 6. United came to their stadium and beat them. Not only did they beat them, they conceded 2-2 and then just went down the other end and bopped them again. Do you know what I mean? Like, it was like they weren't having it. They weren't doing this. And the best thing about it is, like, you know, this is Gabriel and Saliba. You know, like this is Gabriel and Saliba. This isn't like this player was missing, so we.
It's not him tapping.
That's a great point.
Yeah,
that is a great point.
That's the thing is like this
was the first game where everyone was fit.
Yeah, no one was injured.
Exactly, because
everyone was fit. Sorry.
Yeah. So in the game as well, right? When we're watching it, we had this conversation about Zubimendi. He's there. OJ gloves. He's at the crime scene again. Zubimendi. Yeah? Dayo, speak on Zubimendi being at the crime scene. If the gloves fit, we cannot acquit. Yeah, he was there, Bro. He was there.
Flawless. Who was the first person I spoke about? Who was the first person I spoke about? Flawless. Who was the first person I spoke about? Jay, if you listen to understand what I'm saying, then you know that I've spoken about Zubimendi already. That was the first player I spoke about.
That's fine, bro. That's fine. But
everything you've been saying for the last few weeks, which is, oh, you know what?
Dayo,
don't interrupt, Jay, please.
No, hold on. Yeah, exactly, Dayo. We're having a conversation now, which you were not willing to give me the license to have a conversation with you earlier. So please don't expect me to offer the same invitation that you declined me. I want to say it's fine for you being. I want to say you want to be Mr. Congeniality after the fact. You rejected the points that we were making when we were making them.
All right, man.
Yeah,
man. Jay, we know you intelligent, man. Jesus.
Oh, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
What the fuck does that even mean?
Listen, he's coming with these sanitized points of view, like, oh yeah, Zubimendi made a mistake. When we were saying, hey, the physicality, hey, Arteta's overplaying this guy. Hey, this guy is tired. Yeah, mentally, physically tired. You didn't care.
Private channel.
You didn't care. But now when he makes the mistake, you're like, I told you, Jay. If you listen to understand, Jay. So I want you to understand.
To pull up the video. When you mentioned all the stuff about my players and you said, oh, you guys are getting lucky, you're playing badly. What did I say? And Flawless and anybody here wants to be honest. What I said was, I agree.
Why do you think Flawless so much today?
No. I said, even you.
Because I'm the most balanced individual on the
planet. Because I like people. Listen, I like people.
Yeah. Why is it Flawless that has to answer for your
I like people
because I'm the most balanced. That's why that's what it is.
Sam, when you guys were talking about Arsenal winning, you said Arsenal are winning and they're not playing well. I said I agree with you. I said, but eventually they are going to have to learn how to play well. But we're getting points now, and it's good that we have a cushion. I did not say that what we're doing is going to be sustainable. I agreed. I said we're winning games, finding ways to win, but it's a good thing we have a cushion because we're going to have one or two. I said we're going to. I remember quoting that. I said we're going to have one or two bad games.
Let's get reacquainted with the mute
don't sit there. So don't sit there. Don't sit there and then don't sit there and change what I said and say, "Oh, I didn't agree with you." That's you lying, Mr. Congeniality.
Okay,
you're lying.
If
you're going to be honest,
if that's what you understood when you listened,
because I know what you're trying to get out of me. You're trying to get me to become belligerent and defend my team. I'm not going to do that,
bro. You're trying to break down the game, belligerent.
Well, what is the big A word? What's happening?
Listen, Dayo, it's okay for us. Two things can exist. We can say Arsenal are the best team, but I mean, let me make this point about the quality of the league, because it's a point I want to make, and it's a really nuanced point, and I want to be clear with you about this, Dayo, right? When I'm watching this league, right, and people say this is the strongest league or not the strongest league, I say I don't know. The reason why I don't know is because the quality of the mid-level of the league, the core, like 5th to 18th, strongest it's ever been. However, the teams right at the top, they're weaker. So if you have, like, for example, Dayo, you wouldn't beat last season's Liverpool to this title. If last season's Liverpool were playing in this Premier League, they would beat you to the league. Yeah? You are better than the rest of the teams, but you ain't that good.
Any of the previous title winners, I don't think this Arsenal beats. But
not at all. Not at all. And that's the point, Dayo. You talk about this team like they are better than they are. And that's what I realized when I was watching this game this weekend. You guys can definitely stiffen up in this running. Yeah? You keep saying it's only 4 points. Last week it was 7 points.
Let him finish, Dayo. Let him finish. Let him finish, Dayo. Let him finish. Show some respect.
That's all I can say.
Dayo, listen, I'm saying to you now. Yeah?
Why does Baker have Jurassic Park behind them?
Listen, I'm saying to you, Dayo, City beat you at home, it's 1 point. It's 1 point. For everything that you've done this season, yeah, for you to be within one game of City at this point, a City that we've all been saying, a City that's been getting bopped by random teams and stuff, and you're like, you don't see the problem. You see the problem. You see the problem because what we're seeing to me, hold on.
I see the problem. You don't see the problem.
What I'm trying to say to you now is, listen, Dayo, what I'm trying to say to you is, I rate Arteta. I genuinely do. I'm in Tottenham group chats and I'm saying Arteta's a top manager. They laugh at me. They laugh at me. Do you want to know why they laugh at me? Because they say this guy spent £900 million, nearly £1 billion, and you're sleepwalking into the same mistakes. Last season, when you were still in the title race, going into Christmas, when you had injuries, it was the draws that did you.
Hold on, I'm saying let's talk about City.
It's a dumb argument. Someone spent 900 million when another team just spent 500 million in this year. If you want to talk about the money, don't bring up that. Talk about the football on the pitch. Talk about the football, Jay. Don't do that.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay. Over 6 years.
I'll talk about the money. I'll talk about the money later.
Okay.
Let's not do that, man.
It can't be you talking about the money.
I can talk about the money. It can't be you. You can't talk about the money.
Let Jay be the one to talk about the money.
No, you can't talk about the money. I can talk.
Did you see me mention money? You spent more than me.
Yeah.
I did spend more.
How did Husam spend more than me this season?
Dayo, the thing is, all men hate to see their own mortality. It's difficult for you to see that the team that you are is not the team that you thought you are. Yeah, because this result wouldn't happen.
What is the team that I thought we were?
This result, you didn't think you're a team capable of losing at home to Man United.
Facts.
Yeah,
you didn't.
But then I also said in the same
that's the point that he made. That's the point that he made.
But I also said in the same vein that there are games that we will lose this season, and I hope it's not games like that. Did I not say that 2 screens ago? I talk about the fact that we're not going to win 38 games, we're going to lose games, and that's standard. My point is there are certain games that if you lose, just like you said, it's unbearable because it's United's fan base. And they'll come back with the whole Wenger Ferguson thing, and they'll hammer it in your head and they'll banter about it. Fair enough. I will take the banter. But if you're talking about football and the quality of the football, let's be realistic. No matter how good you are as a team, you, City, did not do a double over Liverpool when you were winning the league multiple times on top of their head. So what are we doing here?
When did City ever win the league? And Liverpool came to their stadium and beat them?
There will be games that we will lose, and I accept that. It's going to happen. We're going to lose 2-3 more games this season. Is City going to go on a mad run and win 16 games? It's not going to happen. So at the end of the day, it's not going to happen. Not this City team. Not this City team. It's very clear. So you can sit there and try and lord yourself into believing that, just because we've lost our third game in the season. This is Arsenal's third loss in 34 games in all competitions.
You made everyone laugh, Fonzie. Big up.
34 games. But then you will take that one game in isolation. If you want us to do banter me about it. I'll take the banter.
We are trying to do banter, but you
but if you want to talk about
you don't know, you can't handle the banter.
You won't accept the banter. You said, "Oh, if you want to banter me, we're trying."
No. But,
you can't handle the banter.
No. But you, no. When we started the stream, you all attacked me for not talking about the football.
Congeniality.
No. When we started the stream, you all attacked me for not talking about the football. Remember? You said, Dayo, talk about the football. And you want to switch it to the banter. So let's stay on track. Which one is it?
I'm talking about the football. If we talk about Bomber, Mr. Bruno Fernandes. You know what's so funny in this game, yeah? There was times in the first half, yeah, I was watching the game and something would happen. I'd be like, man, Bruno's playing sick. And then I'd look at it was Casemiro. I'd be like, what?
Who would have thought that Casemiro was capable of playing in the Premier League?
That's what I'm trying to say, bro. Do you see Cunha? Surfboard, bro. Come on, man. Dayo, I respect you, man, but you gotta look at this as a watershed moment.
Anything that starts with "I respect you," but you know it's about to be crazy.
Because this is not this. It's not the beginning of the end, but it is the end of the beginning. Back to you, Husam.
Yo, Jay Spin.
What the fuck does that even mean?
It's not the beginning of the end.
It's the end of the beginning. What does that mean?
The end of the beginning. That means you're going towards the end. You got to catch the bar, man. It's the end of the beginning. No, catch the bar, man. You got to put that together, man.
You get me, rapper, booty clapper. Let's go. You get it, bro.
Again for me, like if you want to,
I'm skinny, ain't no gym thing. Let's go.
If you want to speak,
catch the flow, habibi. Catch the flow. People don't know about catching the flow. Come on, man. Come on. Anyway, I think Dayo's just being congenial. Now let's be honest about this.
What the hell does that even mean?
I'm stealing Jay's word.
You don't know Sandro. You don't know Sandro.
Like,
this is sponsored by Oxford Dictionary.
Dayo, tell us about the end of the day. Tell us about the end of the day.
No, at the end of the day, there will still be.
Now look. Now that we've taken the piss out of Dayo,
what?
Now that we've taken the piss out of Dayo, let me just grab the supers, and then we're gonna move on talk about the title race in a serious manner. So we are having non-banter conversation because Dayo wants to have the serious conversations.
Oh,
and he's been congenial from the start of the stream, very friendly. But now we're gonna have the legit convo. Big up to all of you guys locked in, guys. We got 600 people in the building. I appreciate all of you for being here. Thank you guys so much. But we're not even at 100 likes yet. You have worse return than Arnie Slot. You're all a bunch of slots in the chat. You're worse than them. You're worse than Arsenal. You're worse than everyone that got cooked this week. Close the live chat and hit the like button. Let's at least be at 200 likes ASAP. Let me grab these supers. They're going to move on, talk about the title race in a more serious manner. You get me? So, yeah. Big up to... Who played that?
It was Vail.
Completely unnecessary, babe. Completely unnecessary. Big up to my guy, Marto says, once back in the day, has... Dayo had the same script. It's only January. Eze and Jokers need to improve, etc., etc., etc.
Yeah. Again, I've said this over and over again. I've said everybody seems to want to pin the responsibility of goal scoring or Arsenal doing very well on our forward players. Unfortunately, the way this team is set up this season.
Who would have thought?
No.
What a concept!
Who would have thought, Dayo? Who would have thought?
Didn't you spend like 130 million on them to improve your attack?
What is this new age football? What's going on?
If you're not going to let me finish, then I'm just going to shut up.
How about we had another 50 million and we'll put Madueke in there? When's he registering something in the Premier League?
If you're not going to let me finish what I want to say, then I'll
just shut up. Clearance at the end was elite.
Oh.
That landed in Tottenham, bruv.
Another Arsenal defender.
Dayo, when's Noni registering a Premier League goal involvement?
Damn. That's crazy, man.
Didn't I tell you I'll be over like 12 points ahead of you by end of January? Lewis, you need to.
Lovely deflection from my question, man.
I don't care. Nani is the backup. So again, if he's not scoring right now, I'm not going to kill myself.
Yeah,
right.
you need the backup when your forward's not doing well and you bring him off the bench like you did against United.
I have over 15 players.
Why isn't your depth helping you out? I thought these were the missing pieces.
I have the second highest goal scored in the league this season so far. So far, regardless of what you say.
You have the second highest.
That helped you on the weekend, didn't it?
Wait, what? You have the second highest goal scorer?
You can talk about all that. You see, here's the
problem. Didn't that help you on the weekend?
Here's the problem with what you're doing.
Oh, as a club.
You just want to banter the players, even though we're scoring somehow, some way.
Nani is not scoring. That's the whole point of my banter.
Nani is not Arsenal Football Club alone. It takes a whole squad. So
I asked about Nani individually.
Yeah, you want to ask about Nani individually because it leans to your banter argument. I'm not just
asking a question. When's he registered the goal involvement? Why has Sanchez got more goal involvement?
If Nani never scores and I win the league, I don't care. Do you understand, Lewis? I don't care. That's the point.
That's another deflection. I'm asking you solely about Madueke.
If Nani never scores and I still look, okay, you sold me Nani.
I'm just asking, why hasn't Nani registered a goal involvement?
Why is Nani top of the league and you're not?
That's got nothing to do with my question. That's another deflection.
Nani is not scoring.
I'm asking you, why is Nani not registered a goal involvement in the Premier?
He hasn't registered a goal involvement.
I'm just asking a question like, what is going wrong with Madueke since he's joined your club? I'm just asking.
The same thing that was wrong with him when he was at your club, but at this point, he's at the top of the league, and when he was at your club, he was not.
But that's got nothing to do with my question. What's going wrong with Madueke?
The same thing that was going on when he was at your club. You know what was going on.
But you guys
just answer the question. What's going on here?
How am I supposed to answer such a stupid question? Why is Madueke not scoring?
He's at your club.
Explain to me how you define.
Dayo,
that is the dumbest
question. Humorous. Okay, Dayo.
That is such a dumb question.
Like Dayo.
Why is it Madueke scoring?
How does you should just say he's being garbage.
He's supposed to know why
he watches his team.
Garbage. That would be so easy. But he hasn't upgraded your attack. It's so easy.
No.
Very easy. Oh no, I'm going to deflect to this, and now I'm going to deflect.
I'm not even deflecting or anything. Again, Nani Madueke is the backup.
You could have just said he's not been good enough.
Nani Madueke is the backup who's played 14 games for us. He scored in the Champions League. He's not scored in the Premier League. So if you're asking whether he's had goal contributions or not, if you're asking whether he's had goal contributions or not, overall, hold on. You want to say no, Jay, let me finish.
Dial's out of practice.
Jay, let me finish.
Dial can't handle the four-man press. He's out of practice.
Jay, let me finish. Let me land. Jay, let me land. If I don't land, I'm not going to let you speak. I'm not going to let you speak. He asked me a question. Lewis asked me a question. Not you.
Answer the question then. Go on. Answer the question so I can ask my question.
If you're asking why Nani has not scored in the Premier League, I don't know. But the same Nani has scored in the Champions League. And the same Nani has contributed in the Champions League to Arsenal being top of the Champions League. So again, why he's not scoring in the Premier League? Maybe he's not good enough for the Premier League. Maybe he's good enough for the Champions League. I don't know. But the point is, he is scoring somewhere. The reason we brought him in, he's doing it somewhere else. That is also an important place for it to be done in. So if you want to talk about Nani as though he's useless across the board, it's nonsense.
He was useless.
I just asked why he hasn't had goal involvement in the Prem. I didn't even say he's useless. I said that.
You got sensitive, Dial. He was just asking why.
And he's contributed in the Champions League. So there you go.
Right, okay, so
we
have
answered about the Premier League.
All I want to say quickly is, hold on, you answered the question. So now I just want to make the point of, when he asks that question, it's very simple. It can only be one of two things. Yeah, either he's creating chances and someone's missing them, or he's not creating chances at all. So technically, it's a very simple answer as to why he hasn't got a GA for Arsenal, right? If I gave you a Adama Traore,
that's why I didn't understand the question.
If I gave you,
no, mine was the Premier League,
but we know. For the Champions League.
Nani not contributing for Arsenal this season? That's such a dumb question. When he's contributing in Champions League,
he said for the Prem. He said for the Prem.
Change the question now.
Yeah.
Change the question now.
And Dial, you work with the guy.
That was my understanding. Until I realized. until I realized you're talking about the Premier League. That's when I was like, you know what? Again, that is even a dumb question to just select the Premier League.
You knew that from the start. Fraud.
Big up to Netweed, who says you can't win leagues with powder puff attacks. Dio, this is an Arsenal fan, by the way. So he's
Whatever. Look, listen again. I was saying something.
Dayo, what's wrong? Be happy. Support Allegri. He wants Allegri at the club.
I was saying something earlier before I got interrupted by the panel when I said Arsenal's attack should be leading and scoring more, but they're not, and so they're finding ways to score differently right now, right? Which is everybody in the team is contributing. I think Arsenal has the most players. Arsenal has the most players in the squad that has scored the most goals this season, as regards to like 3-4, 3-4, 3-4 here. So like about 15 people have scored for Arsenal, 15 different players.
Makes sense when own goals your third highest goal.
Own goals are 3, and so does Man City have 3 own goals as well.
By the way, Man City have a 20-goal scorer.
Shout out City, man.
But then Man City is the top scorer.
We score.
Well, the second top scorer.
Dayo, just say the attackers have to step up and I'll move on to the next super chat. And
so my point is, at the end of the day, the
you don't have to defend everyone at your club. The attackers
I'm not defending everyone. What did I just say about the attack? I said it's crap. I said, but again,
you agree with
finding ways to score. Simple. But finding ways to score as well. So regardless of what it is, they will only have to get better.
Big up to Kika. Thank you so much, Kika. Brate moi. Big up to the Bosnian massive that watches. Big up. Newcastle is the only team winning more than 2 games in the last 5. Who out of these dead teams can catch Arsenal? No one will go on a run to catch us. Hey, Kika, that's the next section. We're going to talk about who can catch Arsenal, whether City can catch Arsenal, because Vater Engels just sit up here and cook Arsenal on stream. We're going to apply pressure to Vater as well in this title race, because we spent 500 million. Big up to my guy.
We do that on other shows. Yeah.
So he's flexing another team having 2 wins out of their last 5 instead of his own club. You hold their dick, bro. Big up.
Big up to TU as it says, Jay over here checking West Ham results.
You guys think I'm joking? I genuinely think we could get relegated. Like, we genuinely could get relegated.
Nah.
West Ham are like 8 points. No, you think no, but West Ham are at 8 points behind us. They've won their last 2 games. They beat us. We didn't beat West Ham. We didn't beat Burnley. We didn't beat Wolves. Bournemouth beat us too. So it's kind of like, I'm also like, we might stumble over the line, but like, I'm not like, we have a 2% chance of being relegated. And that's mad. Like, it's a genuine 2%. Like, if we played this Premier League season 50 times, we'd get relegated once.
That's fair. Last season, Liverpool had 53 points. I actually went and checked it. We had 53 points after 22 match weeks. After 24 match weeks, we had 57 points. So we are, at this stage, 6 points better off. Big up to Marco says, Jay, how good is Arsenal? Clear answer, please.
How good is Arsenal? Me personally, I think Arsenal are one of the top 3 teams in Europe. With Bayern, PSG, and Arsenal. I think they're the best team. I think they're the best team in the league, but they've got two major issues for myself. One is, and I said this on a different stream, but analysis paralysis. They built the squad up so much. They have so many players. Arteta constantly feels the need to play certain players, but still in other positions, he doesn't trust players. So that's why Zubimendi's played so much. But then he's constantly rotated, like putting Saka on the left wing. Mad. You have Eze, you have Trossard, you have Martinelli. There's no logic to put Saka on the left wing that he's never played before. That's what happens when you overanalyze. Taking your captain off at 58 minutes, 4 subs, you're overdoing it because you've got so many options. And then the other thing is just we look at the ceiling of the team. Like, I don't like the way Arsenal play games and other teams always in the game. They seem to be incapable of scoring a couple of goals to put the game to bed. Like, a lot of games I've watched Arsenal this season, 70, 80 minutes, the game's still going. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's constantly going. So, yeah, I still think they're the best team in the Premier League, but they're very capable. They're very, very capable of flopping this. And I think if they do, Arteta, he's done.
Quick
I'll give him a new contract.
Quick addition to what Jay just said right now. Yeah, you're right. The Premier League is harder right now. Last season there were 16 0-0 draws across the whole 38, the whole season. The season before that, it was 11 scoreless draw 0-0. This season so far, there's already been 17 or 18, which means teams have learned how to defend better and not be scored against. So yes, games will go longer. You will play longer games. And all the stats prove that over the last 5 years. The Premier League is getting harder and harder for teams to score. And you know how you would know that? Look at all the 20 teams and all the strikers. There's only 2 or 3 strikers who have double digits right now in the Premier League.
Jokeras and Igor at all.
And Igor. Everybody else, nobody has double digits. Guess what? No matter how good those players, Ekitike is an amazing striker. He doesn't have double digits yet. And I'm not comparing who's good or who's bad. I'm just letting you know that the league is now harder to score against. Teams are harder to beat. That's why those games go that way.
Thomas Frank needs more Arsenal cups to drink from. Thomas Frank needs prayers. He went to manage that shit institution. Big up to LFC Side says, I hate to see this idiot Flawless smile, but my word, Arsenal are so bad at attack. I told the Flawless people need to be more brave against Arsenal. Fuck United.
Big up to my guy. Big up my guys. He messaged me before, actually calling me an idiot. So this is just on brand for him. I was saying, shout out to my guy.
Sai is hilarious when he's mad. I'll be honest.
Mad is mad funny, yo.
I walked into a stream and Sai was complaining about his FPL. I never laughed more in my life.
Yes, he was at the Bournemouth game. He was there. So, you know, he was actually living. Yes. It was. Hey, Sai, hold that, man. Hold that. Big up, Sai, though.
Hey, big up, Sai. Big up. Shukriya, bhai. Dorgo has more GA than Doku and less than Saka.
Oh, yeah, I think the stat was that Saka hasn't scored in his last 13 league games or something.
Yeah, they can tell us.
I really like how people just like to take the last.
Yeah, Dial, I don't like this. I don't like this. They should look at all competitions.
They like doing all that. Doku this season has been flipping amazing. Anybody wants to say anything less than that is just being an idiot. As a footballer, Doku has been amazing. Yeah, his GA is not coming, but are you going to deny what the guy is doing to defenders? Are you going to deny the contributions that he's adding to the game, or the fact that two, 3 people are marking him and he's giving the ball out and they're able to score and somebody else is able to score? No, let's just ignore all of that and just pick the last 11 games. Doku hasn't scored, and let's just make him look bad. Let's, we know what Saka is capable of.
That is defending Doku. I hear you, but
I'm defending
doesn't include Saka.
Saka has been consistent for the last 3-4 years. This year, his levels have dropped. But again, the squad has found a way to just be the second highest scoring team, regardless of the fact that nobody's outrightly scoring double digits for us. So again, that's a good thing. We'll find the balance.
Hold up. But the one thing, Lewis, and I want Dayo to answer this question is, we can talk about you've spread it out, but in the Premier League, what's the word I'm looking for? What's your, what's your talismanic win? What's your watershed? What is your iconic win this season in the Premier League?
I don't want
Tottenham.
one. I'll be honest with you. I'm tired of those things. We did it. Let me tell you why. Let me tell you why, Jay. Let me tell you why. You asked me a question all alongside. 22.
No, I didn't quite. Okay, but the context
finish your question. Finish your question.
No, but the context around the question, Dayo, is you're saying that Saka's levels have dropped. And you're saying you've managed to spread it out through the team.
As compared to what he's done in past seasons.
Don't disagree. I think that's a fair point. My point in rebuttal is, when you look back at some of the bigger games you've played this season, that quality differential, which you can absorb against in worse teams, maybe you do need a Bukayo Saka firing at top levels, because without him, you don't seem to have been able to get a big result. With whether Madueke's played, whether Saka's played at the level drop, you've not been able to get a big win against a good team in form, like versus other seasons. And I think that's the point.
I know, but I agree. I hear your point, and that's clear to see. But then that should scare you that we're still top of the table, even though he's not firing. That should scare you that that the kid is not doing what he has normally done in seasons past, where he's contributed 20 plus, 15 plus, 16 plus, 17 plus, 20 plus. Even like coming in second with assists, even when he was injured and out of the season, and in the season where Salah did a madness, he still came in with second highest assist. You have to ask yourself, okay, fair enough, he's not firing right now, but somehow this team has managed to stay at that top place. What happened?
So somehow we know how you get a corner and Bukaki the goalkeeper.
What happens? Wow. What happens when Saka fires on for 6 or 7 games back to back? You can say what you want about set pieces. Newcastle have gotten more.
I think they're 17th in the league for open play goals.
Newcastle, your team.
Why do you always bring up other teams like
your
that?
Your team is second. You're second in corners scored. What are you talking about? Chelsea sitting here trying to act like they're not scoring corners.
No, you think we've been shit this season. I'll just say it though. We've been shit.
What are you doing? You're
second. Not help Chelsea. Not help Loose now.
Oh, don't you? I'm on your side. Don't fucking start.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Same way you ask him about Madueke.
You know you're.
He's shit. There's your answer. He's shit.
Okay, it's okay. Dayo don't have to believe that.
See now, Dayo, your turn.
Noni is getting GA when the Chelsea bozo gene leaves. That doesn't ever leave you. You wear that shit shirt and it's there with you forever. Every single Arsenal signing has been ass. Got to be a record. So Jack is saying, fair.
Well, again, I like it when people make statements like this because if Arsenal, every single signing has been ass, well, that means that the rest of you are like your butt cheeks. Yeah, butt cheek ass.
Yes.
Like you are literally inside the anus. That's what you are. Because if you are saying that this Arsenal
what is going on here, yo?
What is happening, yo?
Spread it around inside your anus. Continuality.
Yeah,
belligerent. Always going
belligerent. Yep. Let's go. What is your watershed moment? Let's go. The water stream. Dayo, when Arsenal need a goal, who do you look to?
Again, that has been the question, right? I can simply say looking at this Arsenal team, I think I just look to the entire squad to do what they do, which is find a way to score.
That's what Arteta did. 4 subs. I just want the entire squad to fix this. I don't know what to do.
Again, the reason is for some reason the attack is not firing. For some reason, the defense that has been so good so far. Maybe, and they still are the best defense. We've only lost 3 games in about 34 games in all competitions, and in the Premier League in 23 games. So we still are the best defense.
That's amazing. But who do you look to when you?
I look at the entire squad because anybody can score. We have 15.
You're doing what Vader is doing. Who do you look to when you need a goal? Who?
There's nobody. I just answered. Husam, this is what there's nobody.
Relax.
Because
he looks to the corner flag.
That's what the whole team scores. Simple. You asked the question, I answered it, but you want me to give a name.
No problem. I
you want the name so that you can actually.
I hope Arteta is
Gabriel, bro. He looks to Gabriel.
GA comparisons are for teams that aren't
marking the goalkeeper.
Kika, listen, you're saying at the end of the day, Kika, you need someone to put the ball in the back of the net, at least at a semi-consistent level, in order for you to be dangerous going forward. I hear where you're coming from. You want to do it like just to shut everyone up, but at the end of the day, you need someone to consistently.
I'm sorry, this isn't a super chat or anything, but Abdi Haas saying they point to the corner flag like wrestlers point to the WrestleMania sign is just so good. I just had to. I know, like, fantastic comment.
That's comment of the day, bro. Yo, big up.
Nketiah might be an upgrade on Madueke and Jokeras.
That's hilarious.
Rest in peace. Big up to you, Abdas, fam. So, Dayo, which is it? Allegri or more of that utter bullshit by Arteta's robot negative tactics yesterday? You think we'll survive the Etihad?
Neatweed, you need to change your name, man, because Neatweed is not a name. But anyways, if you say Allegri, what are you saying? Like, I don't.
He's saying he wants Allegri to manage Arsenal. That's what he wants.
You see, when fans say certain things, right? There's nothing to back it up. I just want Allegri to come and manage Arsenal.
Dayo, do you want another manager or do you want to continue on with Arteta?
Right now, I'm top of the Champions League and Premier League. I'm going to continue with Arteta. What are you asking? That's the dumbest question to ask me right now. If he was doing what an Amorim was doing, then you ask me that and I'm like, change my manager. Like, you're talking about a manager that regardless of the fact that, yes, he's not going over the line. I agree with you. But this season so far, he's somehow managed to just stay at the top there. This is the end of January is coming to an end. We're going to get into February. Teams are still going to drop points. We're still going to drop points. The question is, are we dropping enough points for anybody else to catch up to us? He's put us in a good position in the Champions League. All our second legs are going to be played at the Emirates. So if you're asking that question, it's just the dumbest question to ask someone at this point. You can ask me when you can ask me this when Arteta has a run of 10 games. No, listen, a run of 10 games in the Premier League, Champions League, FA Cup, and Carabao Cup, all of them put together, like back to back, and there's people dropping. We played 9 games in January. We lost 1 in January. Like what are we doing here?
Husam, there's a super chat, and I'd like to comment on the super chat once you've read it. It's the one that says,
before we do that, hold on real quick. Before you move on to the next super chat, Netweed, your name does not need to change. Don't take any insults from the panel. Your name's fine. Your comment, your question is fine as well. To find out, to get a temperature check on where your mind's at right now is fair. It's not a dumb question. Thank you.
Big up to African Soldier. I'll come to it. We're coming to it.
Sure.
Data shows all the teams that have won the last 10 Premier League had 2 attackers amongst the top 10 highest goal scorers. Arsenal at the moment have none. Arsenal on a false title run. Look, here's the thing. I don't think there's anything such as false title.
That's a fair data.
You cannot be top of the league by accident. But the attack thing is something that we are all consistently critical of Arsenal for, and I think is very fair criticism. At the end of the day, maybe the one that you expect to step up is Saka, but he ain't stepping up. Maybe the one that you expect to step up is Gyökeres, but he ain't stepping up.
African Soldier, you're right. The last 10 EPL have had 2 attackers among the top 10 highest goal scorers, but the last 10 EPLs has also gradually become more defensive. If you look at the stats, the same stats show that teams are now a lot more defensive and know how to. Which is why this season you have a team that has a double-digit attacker scoring in Thiago. What's his name? Whatever. Not in the top. Igor Thiago. Not in the top. Not at the top. So again, it's a weird.
Guys, we cannot discuss every super chat 5 minutes. I want own goals and corners to be our top goal scorers and the worst GA in history, and I hope everyone feels embarrassed to not be able to catch us. Kika going all out, eh? I know that's the Slavic brain activated right there.
You keep saying
I know. I've met, like, you get me. I love it. He's basically saying fuck all of you. I know in the league.
I agree with that. I'm already pissed that we're not competing this season, so I hear it. First.
I bet City would take an own goal against Brighton. They definitely would. Big up to Mavic Warrior, who says Arsenal players got overexcited over a corner so they can tap next man in the box. Not for them a bump. PS personal space must be respected. Chelsea. This is what Mavic
Up
Warrior.
the Chelsea, man. Brilliant super chat, mate.
Did you actually go get a ring with Chelsea on it?
Yeah, it says champions on the top and the bottom, bruv. Kiss the ring, acknowledge your king, up the gargantuan, superior, incredible, and inevitable blues.
What in the cubic zirconia is that?
This is Thailand's finest, bruv. Respect it.
Someone tell evil Bukake George to start Well done, Dayo, for passionately defending City, is what Netweed is saying. And this is the one that Jay wanted to respond to.
But this is the one I wanted to comment on because this is it's actually, whilst being quite insulting, it's actually a really interesting one because Saka's 24. He's 24 years old. Starboy. He was Starboy.
Starboy is a nickname, man. Jesus Christ, you guys are the most, like, what kind of shallow?
My question to you is: he was your Starboy. Can he be your star man? Because there is question marks.
Oh, man, this is just such a shallow.
Arteta, man, he's aging man.
Yes, I hear you,
bro. Because to be your star man, we're looking for a talisman. A talisman to take you over the line to win the title. Are you? I
can't lie to you. As someone who I'm the only one here who wants Arsenal to win the league. I'm the only one here that wants Arsenal to win the league. Except you, obviously. So
where's the booing sound? That's
except you. But here's the.
Thank you.
Later, I will fly to Canada. Just let me finish the fucking sentence. First of all, big up to all of you guys locked in. 600 people in the building. Yeah, we just get to fucking 200 likes. All of you, please close the live chat and hit the like button.
Do you realize?
How the hell are we not at 200 likes yet? I have no idea. So please like the video right now and subscribe.
I'm moving like Saka, man. Hit the likes.
And let me just say this, yeah. And I want Lewis to start off in the next section. But the thing with the Saka thing is the following. Brother, he is expected to step up at a different level in this run. This is the reality. Him and Gyökeres, in my opinion. Because Trossard is not a main man. Martinelli is not a main man. Madueke is just a bench player from Chelsea. This is the truth. Jesus is an injury-prone player. We expected fuck all from this season. Havertz is a mid-attacker anyway.
Wow.
At the end of the day, Bukayo Saka is expected to perform at a certain level because every team needs the talisman. And what Jay said is true. Star boy, now it's time to be the star man. And we've seen Premier League greats across history etch their name in gold, on the trophies where they were massive parts of it, like the likes of Haaland, like the likes of KDB, like the likes of Salah, like the likes of Van Persie. All elite legends, and even players like a Diego Costa, being Chelsea's top goal scorer with 19, 20, 21 goals, managed to score goals in important moments for Chelsea. So you need
Sterling.
Someone like Saka to step up. Shut the hell up. Now, let me just Lewis, I want Lewis to start the next section off. Now,
are we talking about my win against Palace?
We're gonna include fuck Chelsea. We're gonna include Vater.
Fuck Liverpool.
Chelsea.
Chelsea.
We got the superior.
A few moments later.
Are you done? Thank you. Now,
sorry. See what Vater's got in his background? Didn't notice that. Thanks, Vater.
No problem.
Appreciate it.
He's only been leaning the whole day trying to show it. But anyway, let me just ask Lewis the question.
When 15 players,
as someone who is a massive hater of Arsenal,
I'll see what you see about that.
I start the next section, Dayo?
Double digits until we win the league. All that stats you're pulling up, I want us to win this league without scoring double digits now. Like Saka scored only 9 goals and assists. Everybody else gives 6, 6, 6. When 15 different players score 6 goals,
I love it because he knows his team's probably not capable of doing it, and he's like, Uno reverse. I didn't want to do it anyway.
No. It's not that I don't want to do it anyway.
Dayo, are you indirectly saying fuck Lewis? You don't want Lewis to talk?
Yeah, of course. We shouldn't be hearing from Chelsea. Like,
hey, I hear it, man.
Like, what the nonsense are we? What did they
I
play?
just wanted Lewis to start us off with the title race.
Like, what are we doing here?
Let him start us off because he's a neutral.
Huh? Neutral. Yeah, neutral.
Wow.
Lewis, can I?
You're not neutral about me, bro. Sete. You already know where it's going. Come on,
Villa, man. Nah, Villa. Shout out Villa. That's who we backing.
Hey, J-Mo title charge. I'm with it.
I'm wishing for the best case scenario. I can't hope for the best case scenario.
I wish for that too.
People hoped and believed in Amorim, so I can't hope and believe in Villa. No, you can't believe in
Vater, you hear that? Anyway, Lewis, title race. What do you think of the title race?
If I can't do it, let Villa do it.
Just as inconsistent as I thought it would be at this turn of the season, because now everyone's having 2 or 3 games a week. You're going to see a lot more slip-ups. Now Arsenal are slipping up. The only thing is City kind of fucked up in the last game against United, so they're still on a bit of a back pedal. But both of them kind of have difficult games coming up. Like, we're looking at Arsenal's next 2 games. There are banana slips there potentially. I think they're playing Brentford, who have been in good form this season. Have had a bad few games, but they are tricky to break down. And like for fucking Man City, they're going to Tottenham next, and they have a horrible record against Spurs. But I think Arsenal fans, for me, are like, they have to try and keep themselves calm. I respect it, but like their form hasn't been great in the last couple games. I think that things are a lot more easier for them than it is. Ultimately, they haven't won their last 3 league games. That should be ringing a couple of alarm bells. Maybe not too much because it's still 4 points, but you still haven't won in 3. If you're trying to go for a league title, that's not good wherever you are in the Premier League, no matter how many points you are clear. That's something that should be a bit concerning. So we'll see how Arsenal manage their next few games. At least they get to rest against Kairat. City have got to play their strongest 11 because they still got to consolidate while trying to get into the top 8.
Oh, that's actually true. That is actually true.
Yeah, but... And then obviously we all have the Carabao Cup next week. So like there's going to be not a lot of opportunities to rotate. But you know what I think? I think eventually Arsenal are going to fold, and I think City are going to turn things around. I think they've handled the window very well. They need to strengthen their back line. I think Gehi and Kuzanov is a really good partnership for them because you got one ball player and you got one aggressor. That's the best sort of partnership you can have defensively. And Semenyo just gives them really good depth. It's kind of the like wing depth that they had back in the old days when Pep first took over. So I expect City to eventually overtake Arsenal. But for now, they're still 4 points clear because City kind of stumbled themselves over the Christmas period.
So who here, just out of curiosity, who here thinks, not wishes or believes, if push comes to shove right now, let's just remove Villa from this equation, just for the sake of this conversation. Arsenal and City, who's more likely to win the league in everyone's eyes here?
You know, like,
why you ask these bad questions, man?
I just want to say, I just want to quickly say, right?
Vader probably
the more I think about it, and humor me here, yeah. Husam, do you remember when Rodgers bottled the league?
Yes.
Yeah.
Fucking loser.
I think at the end of this season, it could be similar for Arsenal, because the one thing that Liverpool team had was they couldn't defend properly. Yeah.
Correct.
I think you can make the argument that this Arsenal team struggles to attack properly. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And come the end of the season, right at the end, when we pull everything up, the fact that these guys are struggling to score in open play and this and that, they'll have to pay the bill right at the end of the season. Yeah, that's what I'm starting to think now, because I'm like, I don't know if a team this flawed can win the league. I think they are the best team, but I'm just like, they can't, the way they're going about it. City are only 4 points back after terrible results, losing centre backs. They've got Gay and Semenyo. I think they could do it, you know. And if Pep's leaving, I think City can do it.
So you're saying they're gonna have that extra emotional pull, basically?
I'm saying Arsenal are already showing me the emotion. Do you remember when they played Southampton a couple of years ago and were 2-0 down? Like, do you remember when they bottled the game to Villa? Arsenal has shown me in moments of high levels of emotion, they can stumble a little bit. So I think it's hearts versus heads, but this is way more open. This should be done. At this point in time, I thought it would be done.
I thought it would be done. I genuinely thought it would be done. This is such a silly thing.
Wait, Dayo, before you respond, 1 second. Here's the thing.
Ross, I'm clutching at anything. Comments. Anything that makes Arsenal.
I think it's interesting what Jay is putting up. So let me ask him a question. You're basically saying that they might have a Rodgers scenario, but in reverse. Instead of like not being able to defend, it's going to be not being able to attack. So like it might be like 0-0 and you need a goal. It's the 75th minute and you don't know how to score.
Like when you ask Dayo who's going to get the goal.
When was the last time the season was won in January? If I made that statement, you would all jump down here. The season you don't win the league in January. But you're okay to sit here, be disingenuous to yourself, and say, well, it should be done by now. Like if I said that, you would sit here and scream down my neck and tell me no. And people who are saying dumb things.
Sometimes the league can be in that sort of position.
And people
I said that about Liverpool this time last season.
That's the exception and not the norm.
You did say it, to be fair.
I know, but that's the
if you get like past 12 points clear, then it's the towels in your hands.
That is the exception. That's not the norm.
If you won the games that they're expected to win,
that's what real dominance of a league season is.
That is the exception and not the norm. I'm going to keep saying it because you want to hammer on something.
It was the norm under Pep.
When was the last time the team was at this stage 11 points or 12 points ahead of Conte? When was the last time? It's not a regular thing. That's not a normal thing.
Let me ask you a question.
Conte, Mourinho, these men all did it.
All of a sudden, like it's so easy to win.
I'm sure Ferguson had his seasons
would have won it in the last 3 years, but it's not.
Of course, it's not easy. It's not easy.
Yeah, that's probably before my time. And we had
easy for the goats.
Okay, guys.
Then when it's also, I'm meant to believe that's unreasonable. No.
Let's give an objective.
If you're dominating a league season, you're going to be clear by that sort of distance.
Let's give an objective response to Dayo. Do we expect Arsenal to beat Man United at home? Yes or no?
Of course, that was general consensus.
Expectation purely, right?
Of course.
Do you expect Arsenal to beat Nottingham Forest away from home?
Yes.
Yeah.
Do we expect Arsenal to beat Liverpool at home? Current Liverpool.
Yeah.
Do we expect Arsenal to beat 10-man Chelsea?
If all
100%.
those things, if those 3 games
I was
where
told 2-0,
Arsenal
by
are
the way.
expected to win, they won, Arsenal at this point in time would be 11 points ahead of Manchester City.
Clear.
Instead of 4.
How many
even
games?
you want to know something? I'm gonna respect my own
Finish
club
your-
and go like, okay, I'm not gonna put Liverpool with flawless nose. It's not disrespect, but it's like new manager and all this. So if Carrick lost at the Emirates, no one would be like, oh my god, big deal, because he's an interim. Yeah, he's supposed to get beat. So even if they just beat Man United and they just beat Forest, they would be 9 points ahead. Just those 2. Forget Liverpool.
Okay, Husam.
And these are the reasons as to why. Before you go, you man, I got to cut your blessings, yeah? Big up every single time. Every time, man. Appreciate it.
Let me ask you a question, Husam. I'm going to flip it to you. Did you think Arsenal was not going to lose any games this season?
No, but you're now.
No. Did we think that Arsenal was just going to start the season and
you're exaggerating to make a point?
Question. Because right now, the things that you're talking about, we still have lost the least.
Dayo, you know you're better than that.
Hold on.
Yeah,
I'm
you're
not
better
saying
than
we're
this,
not better.
Dayo.
Dayo,
At least I thought you were.
This is why it's hard.
Dayo, I'm stopping you before you go down this path. This is what Vater does every episode.
You hear what I'm saying? 2 things can be true.
Don't go extreme example.
No, I'm not going extreme example. Let me say something again. 2 things can be true. We've only lost 3 games this season. Regardless of what you want to say and how the games you want to handpick and say, oh, well, you should have beat. I
didn't handpick. I just went
no. Listen. You handpicked the games where we drew and we lost. Fair enough.
No, I just went the last 3 games. That's it.
But that's my point. I said at the beginning of the season there will be games that we will lose and draw. I wish they were not these games. I wish it was other games and it was spaced apart. If it was spaced apart, like 1 draw, go on the win, 1 loss, go on the win, we won't be having this conversation. We're having it because it's gone 3 games, 2 draws and 1 loss. So fair enough. I understand that. But again, Arsenal was going to draw and lose games this season. This might be the bad patch. It's now for them to pick up their heads and show what they're made of. Show
okay,
exactly
let me tell you, I didn't
That's
cherry pick those games. In the end, what did I say? I know you're listening to what I'm saying. Unlike Vater, you actually listen. What I'm saying is, let's actually say that the draw against Liverpool happened because Liverpool have a certain level of pride and we went out there on the pitch and fought. All I'm saying, had you just beaten Forest and Man United, that's it. You would be 9 points ahead. How's that anything crazy?
No, there's nothing crazy about that. But at the same time, on the flip side, I'm saying to you, I hear you, right? If we had beat Manchester United and Forest would be 9 points. But at the same time, this team was going to draw and lose games this season. Sadly, those were the games that we drew and lost. If we had lost and drawn at the very beginning of the season, hold on. Sorry, Vader, I'm not just saying that. If we had lost and drawn these at the beginning of the season and we went on that same mad win, like if we had won right now, we'll be back at the same number of points because we would have drawn or lost those games at the beginning of the season. The point is, it will be games that we will lose and draw. I hate the fact that it's United. I hate the fact that it's Forest. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like the quality. For me, if it was a better team, I would be able to swallow the pill better. But it is what it is. Again, this is where they need to raise their heads.
I hear you. That's very fair. What you're saying is very fair. Now let's go to Vater. Vater, everyone's spoken up about the City and Arsenal title race. Do not give some gaslighting bullshit ass answer. I want clarity from Vater today. We need clarity. You have been showing us 100 graphics. You are 4 points behind Arsenal, not 11 points, not 7 points, not 9, 4 points behind Arsenal. Now, I want you to be congenial to us. Give us the real truth about how you think City are going to pan up this fight.
Before I do that, when you guys were talking about the drop points in the fixtures, Dayo, you work with a lot of Arsenal content creators, and you Arsenal fans love to look at the fixture list and pretty much predict, oh, we're winning this game, we're dropping points here, City are losing this game, City are winning this. You guys have done this. You guys did not, in all fairness, expect losses to those teams that you've lost to. So that throws the whole calculation out the window because now you're calculating the games that you kind of already expected to lose to now not lose because you already dropped points. This is where we're getting at. Let me just finish my point. I haven't really talked much of the show, to be honest with you. The whole point is you guys have made your predictions and now you're falling off of those expected win predictions, and it is a concern.
Can I quickly address that for you guys?
No, you cannot address that. You cannot address that.
Dayo, let him talk.
What you
said. So now when it comes down to now when it comes down to the title race that Husam so eloquently handed off for me to now speak on, this title race, again, it's so promising, and I'm so optimistic for it, because as terrible as my club has been throughout this entire season, not just this pocket of time, but from the beginning of the season till now, I'm only 4 points off this Arsenal that have been the more consistent club. So I'm very optimistic, and I don't know, I can't even plan it to be like, no, I can't say I'm out of this title race. I really can't. My club wasted no time. Husam's now able to say, yo, City spent more than Liverpool, because my team wasted no time and went out and got a defender, which he wanted, by the way, and went out and got a forward, which he didn't want, but his club wanted, by the way, and we went and strengthened. Because we realized the goal scoring, and this is why I wanted to put it up on screen, is, I'm not getting enough goal scores. Well, we addressed it. We went and got Semenyo. My defense, I just suffered one of my top goal scorers in terms of Gavardiol. He got injured. He's pretty much out for this season. We went out and got an English international in Gehi. So I'm optimistic for this title race, and I do back my club to win it, because I'm like that. If you want to say I'm delusional, if you want to say I'm overly optimistic, I keep looking at Arsenal to show me the signs and say this league's over, and they keep telling me it's not over. They keep opening the door. I think the door's closed, and they keep opening it.
Speak about City. Don't mention Arsenal at all. That's what you told me when I was speaking. Yeah, carry on. Just talk about City. I'm
talking about the title race. That includes you.
No,
don't get sensitive now. We're talking about the title race that includes you.
So when I talk
when I talk about this title race that includes Arsenal, Arteta's Arsenal,
it doesn't include us. So just speak about.
That's because we were doing game analysis, Dayo. Be mature here. Don't be a kid.
When
we were talking about Arsenal, when we were talking about Arsenal's game versus United, that did not involve you talking about City, talking about Liverpool, or talking about any other club. When you're talking about your game versus United, it did not need any other club to be mentioned. When we're talking about the title race, it involves City and Arsenal. It does not include Liverpool, because those bums don't know how to spend money and win. I want to emphasize that right now, 4 points off, it's a joy. It's an unexpected present late in Jan. I thought my presents were done in December. I'm now continuing to get results from a United got a win in your grounds. And you know what the most concerning part is? Why I'm actually optimistic again when I have to look at who I'm competing with? The strong defense surrendered 3 goals. 3 goals. If United can do this, I think other clubs are going to look at, we can do something similar. This United ain't good. Other teams are probably going to have joy and wanted to take it to Arsenal. So I'm optimistic that my club can fix it. Again, I've got the best manager. If my manager is going to do anything, if he's got to come up with he's got no striker, he's going to come up with a false 9, he'll do it. If he's got to come up with a new way to invert a defender, he's going to do it. If he's going to find a system like he just did in terms of, hey, you know he's managing these players. He dropped Haaland, played Marmoush and Semenyo, and we got a result. Both of them scored. Marmoush, who I was told was not gonna play enough because Pep has his favorites. No, he played Marmoush, delivered in terms of goal scoring. Semenyo just signed, already delivering in cup runs and the Prem. I'm optimistic because the door keeps opening. It should be shut. Husam did the numbers. If you had won the games you were supposed to, it was done, signed, sealed, and delivered. Let me focus on a cup. But nah. I'm expecting my team to continue and stay in this pursuit, because again, we don't go out without a fight. And the City fans that have given up on the season, they're quitters. You're going to have quitters in all fan bases. This City fan happens to believe until it's mathematically impossible that I've got a shot at this title race. I don't win on goal differential without that type of belief. And that might have to be the season that we're looking at, because from a goal scoring standpoint, you mentioned it, goals are low. Goals are very poor, very low. And from a points tally to win this Prem, it's not like when I was battling it out with Liverpool and Husam. It's not like we have to score 90-something points. This is going to be one of the lowest point tallies to win this Prem. So I'm confident that my team can get it done.
So I'm just going to say something real quick as regards to, I'm going to take you back to something that you said when you started speaking, which is Arsenal fans like to do the mathematical thing. And it's true. They do it. But ask those Arsenal fans if ever at the beginning of the season they said, we're going to beat these teams or we're going to lose to these teams. They never do we're going to lose part. It's always the teams they're going to win against. That's why they're being disingeneous. But hold on.
Drop points, Dayo. Not necessarily lose. Drop points.
Well, you never hear them even do that. They don't even talk about teams.
Yes, they do.
They don't. I'll give you an example.
Shout out to Ashraf and Igal because they do
again. But if you're talking about the exceptions, yes, the norm is majority of Arsenal fans who actually speak like that don't do the drop points aspect of it. Don't give them any kudos. I call them out for it because you can't. I say this all the time at the beginning of the season. I say we are going to lose some games. We're going to draw some games. It matters to me what games they are and when it happens. That's what gives me the emotional. Either I'm upset or I'm understanding. Because if it's a game where, like, for example, the week where City drop points and then we don't capitalize, that's annoying. If it's a game where week in, week out, City is winning, we're winning, and we keep on maintaining the same gap, I don't really feel bad. If it's a game where, like, we drop points and then City catches up, it's annoying for some. Like, it's when we lose those games and when we draw those games and drop those points that matters to me. That's number one. Number two, anybody who says it should be done by now, if we beat Forest and if we beat United, can we categorically, or can we look at this and say maybe United has just done a madness? They beat the top two teams and maybe they're not going to go on a run after this anymore. Can that be an exception this season? Could that have been something that just happened this season? And
that doesn't matter.
Hold on, for you to say, you conceded 3 goals now after 3 years. Other teams will think they can go ahead and do it to you. The same United beat you 2-0. Other teams can think they can go ahead and beat you too.
My defense isn't as good as yours, Dayo. That's the point that I was emphasizing. Your defense is solid and should not be conceding goals like this.
I'm not going to come here and I'm not going to come and paint my defense as the wall of Zeus. Yes, we have the best defense right now in the league. Yeah. But again, the same mentality that teams have against us when we drop points is what they'll have against you. You assume they're going to look at you and be like, oh, Arsenal is the only one we can go up against. Again, this defense, if it gets back up and running, will be hard to score against. Unlike yours. You just said it yourself. So if teams coming against us have the same mentality, which is, I can beat Arsenal now. United did it. I can beat City. United did it. Who's likely to fall in defense?
But the one thing
that's all I'm saying.
You make a fair point. My thing here is we've discussed. You've made some good points tonight. A lot of bad ones, but some good ones. And the good ones that you made were around the quality of the league, the more 0-0s, how it's more difficult to score. So when you have a team like City, who clearly place more emphasis on trying to score in open play, things like that, the bravery aspect, you can be rewarded for that. Over the 38 games, the average is out. There's a parity, there's a fairness there. Now, I'm not trying to say, I'm saying even from Sunderland, Wolves, you can see the Wolves game, you should have dropped points. Yeah, you should have dropped points in that Wolves game. Very, very lucky. 2 own goals. The Sunderland game, Sunderland scored 2. Bournemouth scored 2. The team's starting to concede goals. Now, if you're conceding goals and you're not picking up the slack from an attack point of view, I think there's an issue there potentially.
I hear you about the attack.
I'm not saying it's definitely going to happen, but I'm saying, can you not see that with the
Jay,
with this, go on. You've got a lot of attackers fit now.
I agree with you 100% on that.
Right, you guys, I've got to make a move.
But I got to say this real quick, Jay.
Up the Chelsea.
I got to say this real quick, Jay. As much as City were scoring this season, they could have lost to Fulham. They could have lost to Leeds. They've also had those games. So again, the parity that you're talking about, like, oh yeah, because they're scoring. The truth is, teams are harder to score against, which is why the minute Haaland was not scoring goals, City went into a goal drought.
Yeah.
The minute that happened, the difference is there's an average of 4 goals per player in an Arsenal squad of 15 different people. Yes, we might not be able to depend on one person, but somebody somewhere comes up with a goal, then it's harder to score against us, just like it's harder for us to score against other teams. And we have different ways of being able to score, unlike many other teams. I'm not saying that's what's going to win us the league. I'm just saying it gives us an added advantage. And we have to take those advantages. That advantage is what has given us a 7-point lead that has come to a 4-point lead now. That's what gave us the cushion. So my question is, so my thing is, it's easier for towards the end of the season for teams to be like, let's go all out against Arsenal, like people in Europe try to do in the UCL. And when they do that in the UCL, guess what happens? They get punished. If teams do that and they open up against us, we've seen it this season. They get punished.
So you again, fair point, and I think you're right. It could be I'm being selective. I think from my point of view, when I'm looking at it, and I think you might have an issue with the amount of games you potentially going to be in a month or two. I know from when I've seen Liverpool do it, and what Liverpool were within 2 games of winning a quadruple or something. Do you know what I mean, Husam? When if you're in multiple competitions towards the end,
it's gonna get harder.
You start getting stretched.
But I can say this to you say this to you categorically, right? We've always put this on Mikel Arteta's head, and I'm going to put it on his head too right now. He throws away trophies, and he'll focus on 1 or 2. You said this about him or the last few seasons. That's what we've always said this about Mikel Arteta. So let's not now. I agree. We're going to be still in the bunch. If he decides to throw away a couple of trophies, I'll be mad at it. But that's something that we've seen him do in the past. So I look at my team and I think about everything that my manager does, what the club does, how the players are, where we're at, where I think we can be, and how we can get there. Right now, I know people are going to say all kinds of nonsense, but when we do win the league this season, I don't care if we won it through set pieces. I don't care if we won it through own goals. I don't care if we won it and we didn't have anybody who scored 15 goals or 20 goals. I just care that after 22 years, we're able to win something so that these boys can get a taste of winning. And then next season, if you want to get
Jay, you can't even hate on that. He's basically saying it's
that's fair. That's
next season you want to turn around.
I think that is very fair with that.
Because again, you can't tell me. Listen, you can't tell somebody who has not won something in so long that you don't know how to do it. Yes, I don't know how to do it. That's why I haven't gotten over the line for 3 seasons. And now I'm finding a way to actually push on to see that maybe I can get it done. And again, when people say you should be 11 points ahead, tell me the last time a team was 11 points ahead at this season. Even the Invincibles.
I feel like Liverpool were quite far ahead.
But that's not the norm. That was an exception. Even the Invincibles, the Arsenal Invincibles, drew 11 or 13 games that season. So when people make it sound like this Invincibles that we had was like a mad 38 game run, it's nonsense. We drew 14 games, the same amount of games we drew last season as an Invincible. Last season, and we didn't win the league, even though we lost it. So my point is, I'm just happy that we are where we are at. We've given ourselves a cushion. We've given ourselves a good cushion, right? All we need to do now is, from now to the end of the season, match City. And when I mean match City, if City win a game, win a game. If City draw a game, I don't care. Just give them that 7 points and keep matching them week in, week out, frustrate them to the end of the season.
Okay, so and you know what? I'm seeing your comments, William, Jarrett. You're making fair points. Like maybe there's a hint of bias. I think my logic here is based off the fact that I think that it's tighter than it should be, and I think that you watch Game of Thrones when Oberyn Martell was fighting the giant. Sometimes you get too close and he knocks you out and he pokes your eyes out. I agree. So it'd be like that sometimes. And what I'm trying to say to you now is, you might be walking into a series of unfortunate events, and maybe that's just the Tottenham bias in me, or it's a case of saying, okay, you're in all 4 competitions. Yeah, I see some of your players are starting to get a bit tired. There's certain players that are unrotatable. Yeah, playing lights out until the end of the season. Yes, amazing job by the manager and the squad to be in all those competitions. But on the flip side, will you feel it? I'm looking at the performances and I'm like, right, people are right. City get smashed by Bodo, got smashed by United. Very feasible that City could continue to get smashed this season. But Arsenal have already also tightened up a lot. Like from the Sunderland and the Wolves, how many points have City made up on Arsenal in the last 5 games? Like, if we're being honest here, City have actually caught Arsenal up a bit, haven't they?
It's 3 points that they made up in total. They made up 3 points in total.
Okay, so what I'm saying is City, despite in the last 5 games,
they made up 3 points
in the last 5 games, despite drawing twice at home, but despite drawing twice at home and getting smashed by United, have still made up points on you.
Again, I hear you.
I'd be worried about that.
I think that this is so fair enough. What you're saying makes a lot of sense, but again, I see that there's a bit of bias in it, and I understand. I understand the bias. This Arsenal team rotated against Inter Milan and went there and did a madness. Yes or no? But then we'll sit here and say,
I just saw Tom's nasty comment.
We'll sit here and say, Arsenal is not rotating, that we're going to have a lot of games and they're going to play a lot of players. In the Champions League, we've been rotating and players have been doing very well, right? In the Champions League, we've lost. We conceded 1 goal in the Champions League. We didn't lose 1 game. And it's not like it's not as though we played just meaty teams. We had some tough teams to play in the Champions League. I think the difference is the Premier League is our 9 to 5. And the 9 to 5 is a more difficult thing. There are times where you hate your job for a week, but the next week, the projects that they give you are good. So we're going through our hate the job period. I'm good with that. But again, you know it's your 9 to 5. You know this is your daily bread. You're going to step in next week. There are going to be teams that are going to be like, you know what? Let's just go on a madness and let's just do a 3-0 here, 4-0 here. Let's boost up. And it will happen. It will happen. You know, so again, you can see it when it does happen. You can feel it when it does happen. I don't go by feelings alone. I go by data. And the data is very clear. Arsenal is a formidable team right now. You can say the league is weak. That's your own opinion. You can say the league is this. I don't care. But the point is, at this very stage, this team has what it takes to go on to win the league. All they need to do, week in, week out now, is just match City and match Aston Villa. Because at the end of the season, on the last day of the season, Villa and City are still going to play. So match them till the end of the season. Allow both of them do whatever they need to do. With your 4 points, if City win, you win. If you go before City win, put the pressure on them. If Villa win, you win. If you go before Villa, win. That's all they need to start doing right now. And I think that they have what it takes. They've been there before and they should be able to do it.
Okay, noted.
Okay, fair enough. I think at the end of the day, there's nothing crazy. That's what Dayo was saying there. Let me just grab these supers before we get out of here. Big up to all of you guys locked in. Please hit the like button and subscribe. This has been actually quite an enjoyable show. You get me? Not speaking about my club. Very enjoyable when I'm not talking about Liverpool. Big up. We stuck anyway, so it's nothing new. Regardless, big up to Ashraf the Dud, who says Jay should work for Sky Sports for fuck's sake.
Thanks, bro.
Definitely. You get me. Jay is very well spoken.
No, to be fair, it's the team. It's a squad. It's a squad endeavor. The reason why the shows are funny and enjoyable is because we all bounce off each other. Pause. And we have a good sinking in personality. So compliments to the chef, who is Husam, who puts the ingredients, who are the panelists together. So yeah, no, appreciate it.
I honestly don't understand how this Husam cooked this meal called A-listers, but can't cook with Isaac, can't cook with Vert, can't cook with anyone.
Wow.
Cannot cook anything.
Now you're doing what Lewis did to you. See?
Yes, no, exactly. Do you see? Like, this is why. You see,
I'm the only one that defends you on this channel, so at least make me be your ally. Better for you. Big up to Alif Sisai, says, I watched Liverpool at the stadium against Bournemouth. The football is so bad. Yes, individual mistakes cost us. The way we attack teams is a major problem. Sai, man, it's fucking dreadful. Delusional and rival grifting. What a fan you are, Dayo. Is what Netweed is saying.
Yeah, you know, I again, call me whatever you want to call me. I'm a realistic fan, and I have seen Arsenal.
You just have to be like, call me whatever you want to call me, but end of the season, you're gonna call me champions. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you know, again, and I've seen my team win. I've literally been at the stadium. I've seen my team win. So again, if I know there are fans like you, probably you're young, you've never seen Arsenal win. Understandable, it's painful, but your time will come this season, and when it comes, I want you to come back and do a super chat and just say thank you. That's all you need to say. Thank you.
Be there, Netweed. Be there. By the way, guys, we're literally just 5 likes away from 200 likes. I don't want Gerrard as interim. I think Liverpool won't sack Slot. We lost 9 games in 12. We didn't sack him. Please take the mic away from Slot. Every time this guy speaks in a press conference, he makes it more embarrassing for himself.
Are you completely Slot out now?
Yeah.
Are you mentally just like removed?
Just like the Liverpool squad, I'm mentally checked out.
Do you think, like, because obviously with this, you have been, like, the Arsenal game, right? You still got to look at Arsenal as being one of the top teams in Europe. Yeah. So the Arsenal result away was probably, somewhat reassuring. You're going to be in the last 16. So I'm just looking at it from the point of view of saying, obviously, you want to give them the season. What would you need to see happen for you to change your mind or be okay with Slot being in charge next season?
Win the Champions League. No other case.
That's it?
Yes, no other case.
Okay.
Because other than that, the season is a failure.
Jay, you know what's crazy again? All these one-off good performances, I hate those type of things. I would rather be a consistent team lose a couple of games, know that I can be consistent. And
if you go away to Arsenal, you draw, and then your next result is a draw at home to Burnley. How's that okay?
Like,
the only benefit of that is in the cup competitions, you don't necessarily need that. Hence why.
Okay, but here's the thing, Jay. Here's the thing. What's the date right now? 28th January or 27th, depending where you're at in the world. We are winless in the Premier League in January and 2026.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah, last 5 games we have 0 wins.
And Jay, I agree with you. Jay, I agree with you. You may not need that in the cup runs, right? But you need something called momentum. If you're winning games and you're going to and this is one of the things.
You can't be shit at home to Leeds on the weekend and all of a sudden become elite against Real Madrid on Tuesday, Wednesday. Like, you need at least a little bit of something, you know?
A little bit of consistency, you know? Yeah. I think that even the game where Arsenal messed up, when we went to the Champions League, it helped us.
I think this was when you were talking about the forwards. Hey, I think the
Arsenal.
Yeah, the Arsenal forwards is something that everyone accepts criticism of, including Arsenal fans. So I don't think that's
no, but I don't even 6. Do we have 6, 7, maybe 10? I don't know. No, it's not a lot. No, we don't have 30 points, so it can't be 10.
The second Teta's Bozo gene leaks into our so far enjoyable Champions League games, we are royally fucked. Conte changed the system in 2016-17, but the Spanish Pulis could never. Hashtag Allegri and hashtag come on you Gunners.
Yeah. You see, again, it's this, you're beating whatever it is that you're smoking, you need to just slow down. This is the same Mikel Arteta that you guys said changed his system from 22-23. Oh, he played free-flowing football. 23-24, he changed his method. 20, and now you say he can't change. It's like you can't. You
can't do that.
No. But my point is, you've seen the guy change. Maybe you don't like what he's changed it to right now. That's fair enough to say. You can say, I don't like the style you've changed it to, but to say he can't change, he will not change, he's never changed. It's all just
okay. Okay, let me ask you this, Dayo. Have you ever had anxiety?
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone's been anxious.
So when we get anxiety, somebody tells you to suddenly just stop being anxious. It doesn't really work.
It doesn't help.
No, I'm not asking anybody.
It doesn't really help. So my point is, if Arteta has an attacking anxiety, he has an anxiety about the way he sets the team up. I think you missed what I'm saying totally. I'm saying, like, most Arsenal fans that don't like Mikel Arteta or don't like the way the team is playing now say things like the guy will not change the system. But these are the same people who saw him change systems since 22, 23, 23, 24, 25. Like, he's changed the system consistently every season is what I'm saying. So you can't say the guy won't change. Maybe we don't like what he's changed it to. Maybe I don't like the style that you've changed it to. I don't appreciate how the team is playing now. I can be like, this guy is changing to something that I don't like. But to say that he doesn't change is a lie, because he's changed us from a team that was playing that free-flowing football to a team that became more controlling, to a team that was again, and it's so that's all I'm saying. I'm not saying that's a fair point. And my argument is actually might be like Arsenal must win this league, not just because of like the league and everything, but because the stylistic way you went about it, you had a competitive advantage against rival teams.
Yes,
to an extent. You a lot of the stylistic.
We've tried everything else, Jay. We've tried everything. We tried free flowing.
The stylistic layout of where the Premier League went.
We tried the other method. We were ahead of the curve. 2 points. We tried transitional football and controlling football last season. With injuries, we still managed to just stay in the second position. Now we found additional things to do. He has to win it. That's my point. Like, at the end of the day, I might not even I don't like the football we play sometimes. But as long as it gives me 3 points, I'm good to go. Because all I care about this season is silverware. You've built a team that should be capable of winning silverware. And that's all I care about. You win silverware this season, we'll talk about getting rid of strikers and midfielders next season in the summer and buying better players. If we go on a good run in the Champions League and win the Premier League, maybe win the Carabao Cup, what makes you think that big top players won't want to come to Arsenal then? You'd be able to then, beat, because again, we're making money as we're going along. Right now, because we're in the next round of the Champions League, we made 93 million euros already just for qualifying and attendance. So there will be money to spend in the summer. So for now, keep doing what you're doing, get it over the line. That's all I care about.
Okay.
So tomorrow night, have you qualified top 8 already?
Yeah, we're 3 points ahead of everybody. Like, we've qualified.
They've guaranteed first.
We're guaranteed first. We didn't lose any games. All 7 games. We won all our first 7 games. So we didn't conceded only 1 goal in the Premier League, in the Champions League, and that's a good thing. Again, this is the same Arsenal in the Premier League that struggles. But in the Champions League, teams open up. Teams play. They don't play that mid-block, low-block nonsense. I mean, City this season came to us, and Pep had his lowest ever ball possession in his history at City, 33%. Like, explain why you're playing the low-block City. And then people come and say, oh, yeah, Arsenal doesn't know, can't find ways to score. It's nonsense.
Okay.
Arsenal fans have even been worse when they lose, is what my guy's saying.
Yeah, I mean, they've been critical about the team. I'm looking at the bigger picture. The consistency of this team has been, they've done better than they have not done better. You know, they've been better than they've been asked. So all it takes is just don't keep sucking on that ass. Jump off it, get back on your horse, and just keep going. You know. Who's that?
City is not in a title race, just like Arsenal wasn't last year. They will drop points against Liverpool, Spurs, Villa, and Arsenal. You'll earn 78 points max. Do you agree with this, guys? Do you think City are in a title race? There's actually been a conversation. You guys know this for the last 24 hours. People asking are they actually in a title race or not?
They are in the title race. You can't take it away from City. I don't. They are in the
history or right now?
No. Right now they are in it. They're 4 points behind the league leaders. They're 4 points behind the league leaders. That's 1 game and a draw. They are in the title. Villa is in the title race. They're 4 points behind the league leaders. So for me, it's not a case of. At the end of the day, I think people have forgotten how hard it is to win the league. City won the league 2 seasons ago with 2 points over Arsenal. People don't realize it was 2 points. I mean, at the end of the season, it was 2 points. So when people are saying things like you should be 11 points ahead now, 12 points ahead, you should be, and I'm like, nah, it doesn't work that way. Majority of the teams that have gone on to win the league in the last 5 seasons have been at the same number of points that Arsenal is right now, barring 2, which was City that was 51. In fact, no, you last year 51 and City 52 a couple of years ago. But everybody else was at 50 points at this mark. So we're on mark to do the same number of points. People are expecting me to be at 12, 11 more points, 61 points that no team has really ever done at this stage in the season. It's a ridiculous ask, So I think they're in the title race. I think it's just going to be hard. I'll be happy if we win the league at the end of the season with 2 points, 1 point. I don't care, but we win the league,
So Dayo, which banner? When Pep beats us again, 115? You can't bring up 115 if you lose again, huh?
Which banner? I've never brought up 115. I don't care about the 115 thing. The FA should go deal with it. That's nonsense. People are just beating City over the head with beating a dead horse with something that we don't know what's going on. At the end of the day, let the FA do whatever they want with you. You're the one that wants to banter 115. I'm talking about the football on the pitch, and that's all I care about. Right now, I'm playing better football on the pitch than them, which is why I'm ahead of them. I may have had a bad patch, but all I need to do is get up and be better. So this whole 115 thing, carry it to Twitter where you can make noise with it and do all your thing. With me, let's talk the football.
Okay, so you're not gonna bring up the 115 thing if you end up losing?
I don't care about it.
Okay, fair enough. I think Dayo's been actually quite fair today, and he hasn't even said any of this crazy shit. You get me? So you guys are all frauds for lying because Dayo hasn't even said any of these things. But regardless, big up to you guys, man. Big up to Wolves FI. Wolves FI, I told you from a year ago, no one banned you on my channel. I told you you're not banned. He says back to the championship. Hey, things are looking real dark for thingy. Things are looking real dark for Wolves right now. I hope you do make a miracle comeback because I don't actually mind Wolves. I don't have any bad feelings towards Wolves at all. I actually like them to be in the Premier League, but it's looking long right now, bro.
The most painful part for me with Wolves, because I've been watching their games. They don't play badly. It's not as if Wolves is playing some very terrible football that you can just run them over, and for some reason they just don't win. And it's ridiculous.
Yeah,
and it's not like that. But it's long for them, and it's 8 points right now after what? After 23 games.
Yeah.
8 points after 23 games. Ooh.
Good luck, Wolves FI, and thank you so much for the super chat. And finally, Jay, you're a great panelist. I'll miss you next year, man.
You're getting relegated.
Very nice. You're
getting relegated, man.
Very nice.
Do you legit think that's a possibility, like deep down?
I do a little bit, yeah. I genuinely do, because we lost to West Ham.
Is it one of those ones like where what they say yearly basis?
No. Last season was one of them ones. Last season was like, oh, we're never actually going to get relegated. This season, it's like, no, we have got like 28 points. Like, that's not like, right. We didn't beat Burnley. We didn't beat Wolves. We didn't beat West Ham, and they actually beat us at our stadium. So it's like, okay, where are our wins coming from at the moment? That's an issue. 2, we've got lots of injuries. 3, if you look at West Ham, they beat Sunderland the following week. So they got back-to-back wins. Do you see what I mean? So West Ham themselves are saying, hey, if we can win like 5-6 games out of the remaining like 13, 14 they've got, they'll be like, we can get out of this. Like, Forest are 2 points behind us. It's not like West Ham's the team that's far away from us, but West Ham, if they pick up any sort of form, we're in a lot of trouble. So, yeah, I mean, you also
have to look at the next games that you guys that these teams are playing, because I know West Ham is playing Chelsea, which is going to be a tough game for them, and then Forest is playing Crystal Palace, who's just literally below you. You guys have the same points, just goals different.
Yeah, but I mean.
And so those teams are going to.
I would say this. I would still invite Jay on.
Those teams will cancel themselves out. That's what I was trying to explain to you, Jay. And if you go on to play, you're playing City. They're a bogey team. I doubt you guys beat them this week. I doubt you beat them. But if you do them a solid and you beat them, then you put yourself in a good place. Because again, once you win that game, you're back at 31, which puts you back in 11th place.
Yeah, if we get the next win, then I'm happy. I'm calm. Yeah.
You're literally sitting in 14th position, but with a win, you should be going up to.
But look at the teams around. Look at the teams below us. They're close.
I know, but those teams are playing themselves this weekend. Is what I'm saying. So they're going to.
Yeah, but who are we playing next? Who are we playing next? Our next 5 games are tough.
I know. I agree. I'm just saying on your next game, if you can get points, then you put yourself a little bit.
Look at the way you're talking. If you can get, do you know what I mean? That's how you talk about relegation
teams. Because the same thing with us. I expected us to get the points against United. We didn't. If we could get those points, it's when you play because it's a tough league. It's a tough league. What are we doing here? It's a tough league. Liverpool came into the season, spent a lot of money, and they should be doing well. But it's a tough league. It's what it is. Mm-hmm. Yeah, their manager has some things blame to hold, and the way he set up and all that. And some of the players will hold their own, responsibility. But outside that, it's still a very tough league. Yeah. Because those same teams that are not doing well in the Premier League, go look at them in Champions League. Are you not 5th in the Champions League? Yes, you are. Tottenham is 5th on the table in the Champions League. You win your next game, you qualify for top 8. But when we make it, that's how you know that the Premier League is hard. When Tottenham, Newcastle, the teams that are not doing well in the Premier League are doing very well in Europe, that tells you we have 5 English teams in Europe. 5 in the top 8. 5 English teams, and some of them are not doing very well at home in the Premier League. That tells you how tough the Premier League is. Because we're knocking out every other team in Europe and being able to stay in top 8 over there. So, I mean, I'm just saying it is what it is, man.
Okay, guys, look, we're going to wrap up here. Big up to all of you guys. Please hit the like button. Please subscribe on your way out. Big up to all of you guys. Spurs in a playoff final. Lol. That would actually be entertaining, Ashraf. Appreciate you, my brother. Thank you so much. Big up T-Wiz. I know your original name. Appreciate you all for the support today. Thank you guys so much for showing us love. We're just going to repay Northside for the early on redirect and just send you guys over to him. He's live with Flawless, funnily enough, right now. So big up to all of you guys. Love to every single one of you. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. Back tomorrow at 5 p.m. UK time after Straight Facts. And then we got the Liverpool Carabao watch along and Ahwa, of course, at 11. Love you all and see you guys later.